Welcome to Focus in the Noise. Let's talk real conversations, real experiences, no shortcuts. This is Focus in the Noise. I'm your buddy Ed. Today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, whether it's your mom, your wife, your sister, or you. Maybe you're just a mother today. I wanted to talk to you all today about something that I kind of went through myself. It's a home service owner fatigue. What does that look like? It looks like burnout. What is burnout? Burnout is when you can't sit still. You're thinking of the last call, your last technician's call, and the call coming up. And you're thinking of shoulder season. And you're thinking of payroll on Friday. Some of you have 2 employees. Some of you have 22, 32, 12. Either way, it's the stresses of being the owner. A lot of it is silent because we don't really talk about it or can't talk about it. Sometimes we don't have a thinking partner or somebody we can bounce things off of, or maybe we don't feel comfortable talking to others in our industry. That's a unique thought. Speaking to other owners, taking some time out to get things off your chest like cash flow and, the van that's not making the right noises and the employee that has called in 2 or 3 times and that hard conversation you got to have with Jim on Friday that maybe you're anxious about that. It'll burn you down. It's hard. Of course, you're in the home services business, whether it's HVAC, plumbing, electrical, whatever you're doing. We already know things are hard. We got in here because we're problem solvers. And even that, at the high performance level. So if you're your own top salesman or you're big thinker for your company, you burn out even faster. What does it look like? It looks like irritability, maybe with your staff. Doesn't mean we quit. We're not quitters. We're trades guys. We're plumbers. We're going to get the crap done no matter what. But it looks like something. And attitude reflects leadership. So when you become burnout, everyone else around you becomes anxious. And problems start to happen, start to form. Hey, is the company in a good spot? I know we haven't had many sales come through. Are there going to be paychecks in the next couple of weeks? So it's important to recognize burnout. It's important to recognize because this industry and how we built our companies and how we became owners was not by just lucking into it. It's by 70-hour work weeks. It's working with that bad ankle that you haven't seen a doctor on yet. It's working with man cold or the flu or pneumonia and getting out in the rain at, 10 o'clock at night because you have a customer and you don't want to get that bad review. So that anxiety pushes us and this pain pushes us. We're built different. We're tough. We're guys that get it done. We're females and ladies and men and whatever we are that are getting it done. And it comes at a cost more so than overhead. It's up here. So what can we do about burnout? Well, for one, we can stop running on what got us here, knowing that that's not going to get us to the next spot. So what got me here today won't get me to the next spot. SOPs, standard operation processes, maybe become more of a process company where you're not the one answering all the questions. Delegate some of that stuff. Do you have other managers, but yet you feel like, hey, I'm the fastest and it'll get done better if I just do it real quick? Sound like anybody you know? Yeah, it's the guy or the owner, the lady who doesn't leave it at the gate, do their 8 and hit the gate. It's a funny term, but gosh, do your technicians live better in life than you do? And I don't mean financially sound or anything like that, more successful or less successful. I mean, you don't leave it at the desk when you leave. You don't leave it in the service van. Are you at your kids' baseball games on the phone typing up a ticket? I am. I'm guilty as charged. My kids see me at dinner all the time with my face in the phone. Am I answering that customer's problematic call at 5:30 on Friday? It happened to me this weekend. I sold a system personally because I went and ran out the call on the weekend, sold it. Explained the system is going to change your life, but we have some old duct work and we have some bad dampers. We have some old electronic zone dampers that I know are going to give a fit. We need to change them today when we change the system. The answer was, I'll take care of it later. I just don't have it, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I added value. I spoke from end to end how this wasn't going to work and how duct work is so important. And the customer said no. So, okay, we want to put this system in. It wasn't an inverter, so I was going to try and trust it. Guess what? System doesn't want to work right with the old dampers. One of them's locked out completely. The second floor's not working, he wants to blow up my phone at 4:45, 5 o'clock. Calls into the office. Managers want to talk. And now I have an upset customer or a situation I got to deal with on my way out the door. And it's 2 days later and I'm still talking about it. And that anxiety of having to deal with that. And, of course we have managers and stuff and they're in there and they're doing their thing. But sometimes because you're a smaller business, they want the owner, they want the guy that sold it to them. So they need an answer. Can't just sit on it. But I let that problem follow me home. And, I'm a dad too. All right, I got baseball the next morning. Sitting in the car, going through the schedule. I got grandkids that I would like to have them over and stay the night and not see me, pacing the floors. So we got to prioritize things. We managed to prioritize jobs. I can get a system in. I can get 2 systems in. All I got to do is this, and this. And boom. Revenue generating something. But at what cost? We don't take off time to go to the doctor. How many of you get up from a chair after sitting there for an hour, kind of like I do? Maybe you don't if you're under 30, but every time I get up from a chair, my freaking hip bone kills and it pops and it makes noises. And I'm like, oil can. But you think I've made time to go to the doctor and get get it looked at? MRI, maybe an X-ray? Probably nothing wrong with it. I'm old. It's kind of like an old furnace though. You'll sit and diagnose that for 6 hours. Some of you super techs only take a minute, but the point is we make time for things that we think are important. And what we're not taking time for is our mental attitude, taking a vacation. I always hear, and I always say it, we don't take vacations in the summer. Well, it's the most stressful time of the year. Get some process together, get some managers together, delegate a little bit, and take a freaking vacation. Who else pays the most on your fatigue? I don't know. Our spouses, do they get the weight shifted to them? Are you irritable with your kids when you wake up in the Saturday morning? They want to get up and play. They want to do things. They want to have a life. And yet we've got the golden handcuffs on. We're stuck to All-Star. We're stuck to Billy Bob's AC. And we dedicate more time and energy to that machine than this one. You're a person too. You're a person, you deserve better. Your family deserves better. Stop working on pen and paper. If you're brand new to this, I can tell you it's going to take a lot of these things I'm telling you. The 90-hour work week, the no vacation. So it's kind of a flip 22. It's more of once you get more developed and you get your feet wet, because this industry was built on just plain guts and grit, right? We got in and we did the damn thing. We get in and up and do the damn thing every morning. We stop by and get a Monster and a coffee and what other vices that we're into, and we get in the truck and we do the damn thing. Was that easy? No, and it comes at a price. So the point of this podcast today is recognizing the signs that you're burning out, and understand that they don't leave star pitcher in the whole game because they know he can get to 12 innings, 15 innings, best pitcher in the world. No, they yank his butt before he throws his shoulder out, because I'm needed tomorrow. I'm needed next week. I'm needed for the shoulder season where I can plan. But if we could just make plans and we write things down, we take a break, we take a vacation, we talk to other people, we got to reset. Just like a hot motor, overdone compressor. You know about head pressure there, right? You're checking out the compressor, it's reading, oh well, it's hot. It's tired, needs cooled off. So take a break. Give yourself a break. You know, London's not going to burn down. You know, and you got the angry customer. Okay, have that hard conversation. It's just a conversation. And most of the times we put those things in our heads and they're nothing like that. You know, I got to talk to him about coming in late, but he's my top salesman, so I don't want him to leave. Have we ever been held hostage in our own company? Afraid to change somebody or guide them? And you feel like you're saving them by not saying anything, but yet you're just building up anxiety and you're building up anger towards someone. That's burnout, and it's not being a good leader. It's trying to be everything. The dispatcher, the call taker, the technician, the maintenance supervisor. You can't be everything. We all wear lots of hats. But when you're the owner, you have to be, it's like being a parent, right? You owe it to them. Your business, you owe it to your business to be a leader. And sometimes that means doing things that you're not comfortable with, or sitting down, having a cup of coffee with your wife. Because guess what, bud? Guess what? And nobody been at their funeral looking up and go, man, I wish I'd have ran that freaking compressor call. You don't get more time. So let's not put ourselves in an early grave. Don't be afraid to pat ourselves on the back and say, hey, I had the courage to come out here and do this thing. And don't sit here and say, hey, it's not tough. Talk to people. Let it off your chest and find the next day is going to be there. You've been watching Focus in the Noise. I appreciate your time. Again, my name is Ed. Happy Mother's Day to you.